Thank you. Whoa. Hey, Jeff, can you turn down? There should be one that's HH, or bring down the overall volume, the red slider, just a little bit. Test. Bring the HH slider down. Back up here, home, that's the house. Bring that back up, make sure people are hearing. Do we have anybody watching? 6, okay. There we go. Hey guys, sorry about that. We've got a few people joining us live. I apologize for those of you online that were on Facebook tonight instead of YouTube. Starting next week, we'll be on YouTube. Minor technical difficulties. I forgot, when you create a YouTube account, you have to wait 24 hours before they'll let you live stream. I guess they want to get all the crazies out of there that want to create an account and then just put stuff straight online. But thank you all for being here, those of you that are here. I know it's been a crazy kind of getting started to our season. I know most of you that are in here tonight were actually in our new member meeting, so that's pretty cool. I don't know where all my veterans are at tonight. I'm kind of scary that y'all aren't here. So if you're online, we would love to see you actually in person at a meeting, guys. But we're going to try to get y'all out of here fairly quickly tonight. Not a whole lot of new news. How many of you that are here did the online state meeting over the weekend? Got a few people? That's awesome. Most of the people in the room, actually. That's pretty good. If you did, you've completed your education requirement, and that's awesome. If you didn't, there'll be an opportunity for you to do that in a recorded format here coming up pretty soon. So hopefully those of you that did it enjoyed it. I know we had a few technical difficulties at some point. At one point, I was laughing so hard that it was messing up. I nearly choked to death on a pork rind. So that was my favorite part of my state meeting. The president, or the overall executive director of now Kelly says there's nothing on the Facebook page. This is awesome. I'm going to turn this over to Ron for a second and see if I can fix some of the technical difficulties. Anybody got us? Are we live on the Facebook page? So we are? Okay, never mind. Tell Jody, call Jody Javera and tell him to figure out Facebook. Or that's Kelly Talent. So y'all are seeing me on Facebook right now? The chapter Facebook page? Perfect. So somebody text Kelly Talent and tell him we're on the chapter Facebook page. Just a couple of quick things from me tonight. If you're new and you signed in the rookie meeting, I'm going to start adding you guys to Arbiter, which is our assigning software. If you're a returnee, hopefully you've been getting our emails from Arbiter already. I don't know. You've been getting emails from me, Ricky? Good. Nothing's going to change there. If you're a returnee guy, if you'd go in as far as you know and set your blocks in Arbiter for your newer guys, we'll talk about that. But if you know days you can't work, go ahead and set those up for me. I've got a whole bunch of schedules that have come in. You guys can go in and look at the schedule. Some of the schools have entered their own schedules already as well. So we're just kind of trying to get things rolling for the season. We don't know a whole lot of details about how COVID is going to work for the season. If you watch the state meeting, Mike Fitch did a really long presentation on COVID protocol, but for those of you that worked football this year, know that most of that stuff Mike Fitch talked about in the presentation didn't actually happen at football games. So it's kind of a case-by-case basis. Right now, our plan as the chapter is to have meetings here, just like this, on Monday nights, at least through the first Monday of February. Who sees nothing? But other people are seeing stuff. It's a Kelly Talent problem. Kelly will figure it out. We'll record it and we'll send it to him. Kelly's probably been posting too much propaganda on Facebook, so Facebook got mad at him. But our plan is to have meetings just like this here. We'll have 5:30 meetings for the training meetings over down that hallway, and we will have our general meetings in here. We'll have rules training, and we're going to try to go through a bunch of different type things this year. Ron will be heading that up. We also are going to have some opportunities for some on-field training stuff, and we're going to work out the details for that. But Brook Hill School in Bullard is having several inter-squad scrimmages, and they've said we can come do training at those as well. So we'll get you some more details on that. But my main goal for you guys tonight that are here, one, is to start thinking about baseball. There's no major changes from last season to this season. There's no rule changes, but we just have to get our minds right and get ready. Most of you know that I've had a rough last 6 weeks in my life with my dad passing away and just recovering from COVID myself. So it's been kind of crazy. So I thank you guys for holding on and just waiting, and we haven't started this as early as we normally do. A lot of us that are in leadership have been working football games too, so it's just been a crazy December and early January for a bunch of us. But I'm thankful that you're here. If you have any questions for me, you know my phone number and you know my email address, and I'll do whatever I can to help you. But Ron, I'll turn it over to you. And you have to use the mic so people at home can hear you. Sorry.
I'm real big on public speaking, so this is great. I don't have a whole bunch. I do thank you guys for showing up today. I appreciate that. We had a pretty good show in the new member training. Guys, we're going to try to get new members. We're going to try to get you on a field before those inter-squad scrimmages so that we can get you some reps and get you seeing what we're talking about in there, some of the places that you need to be in the mechanics and that kind of thing. It's baseball season, guys. It's time to. We should have been pulling out the rule book a while back, but like Stephen said, we are going with the 2020 rules. There's no new rule book for this year. So the rule changes are the NOCSE certification on the chest protector, the catcher's chest protector, obviously the helmet. We've got the designated hitter rule, which is a cluster, and it's going to take a little bit for us to go through it several times so everybody can make sure that we understand it. The last thing we want to do is misadjudicate the rule or misapply a rule and tell a coach he can do something that he really can't, or allow him to do something that's probably going to not be beneficial for him. So we'll be talking about those things a lot. I'm going to get Cody Nolan is going to be pretty involved in the new member training and be involved in some of this training. I'm going to get some other guys that are going to help rotate in, again, because I'm just so big on public speaking that I'd rather work with you on a field and talk to you like that rather than like this. But if you guys want my phone number, grab me. I'll give it to you. I'm happy to answer any questions. I'm sure Cody will do the same thing. Steve will do the same thing. Any guys that are up here making the effort to put this on and put this together, be happy to help you in any way that we can. Okay? Do we have any questions about, yes?
When do we expect to have the test online?
The question is, when do we expect to have the test online?
According to people that publish the test, you got to repeat this,
Don't make it real long.
will be up in the next 10 days.
According to the people that publish the test, they're thinking it will be up in about 10 days. Okay? And I'm sure Stephen will get notification, and Stephen will send everybody an email. Yes, he will. Confirmed. Any other questions about anything? Rule books. We've got some. Do we have enough?
For our new members, all our new members can be back up here before you leave tonight. I'll give you a rule book and a case book.
Okay.
And if you received your rule book from last year, we can use that one. If we were issued one last year. But mostly what we've got now is for all of our new members. We've got one for everybody on that.
Okay.
Suggest is read your case book first, and then read your, because then you'll have some scenarios in your mind, and then read your rule book. That way, then when you start reading the rule book, you'll have a better understanding of those rules because you read a little bit of the case book, and they'll coincide with the rule book.
Okay, so I'm going to have to remember all that. So for those of you online, we're going to give new rule books out for everybody that's a new member. If you got a new rule book last year, that's going to be the rule book that we use. Jeff recommended that you read the case book first, read some scenarios, read some plays, read some things that happen on the field and then go back and read the rule on it. He feels like that might be a good way to help you better understand the rule as opposed to just reading straight through the rule book, because that can be, I didn't say boring. Any other questions? Anybody? All right. Stephen's got one more thing.
The one thing about rule books, I know Jeff said they're not giving more new ones because we didn't change. One thing, you may have caught it during the state meeting if you were there on Saturday morning. The National Federation has developed a partnership with a new, it's not Arbiter, but it's a new website, and it's called like something Force or something, and you'll get some more information, but they've agreed to provide digital rule books to any umpire that is affiliated with what's called a federation state. And even though we have TASO and we don't pay federation dues, we're considered a federation state for sports. It's confusing, but so what that means for you is you will have some type of digital access to the rule book. Right now, you can actually go to your app store on your phone and you can purchase an app. It's called like NFHS rules or something. You can download the app for free, and then you can purchase like a year subscription to the baseball rule book and baseball case book if you want. That would cost you a little bit of money, but they give you the rule book on your phone all the time. But there is going to be some free digital access. We just don't know when the Federation is actually going to roll that out. They've made all these grandiose claims about how they're going to do it, and they haven't done it yet. You can also Google 2020 NFHS baseball rules, and some people have put it online in a PDF format. There's a whole bunch of copyright issues with it, but I mean, you're not making money off it, so that you can go find it, and it's free. And there are quizzes on there. Okay, yeah, there are quizzes on that app. It's a good app. But yeah, that is a good way to get in the rule book and to use it. So, dues. Local dues are due if you are a first-year baseball umpire. Like we have a couple guys that transferred in that have already umpired before. This doesn't apply to you. But if you're a first-year baseball umpire, like you're brand new, we let your dues go for free because we know you have a lot of investment in gear and stuff that you have to do as a rookie umpire. Your local dues are free. If you're not a rookie umpire and you have not paid your dues, you can do it one or two ways. You can hand me a check tonight, or you can wait till next week when Mike Langford's back and you can pay Mike, which would be preferable to me. Or you can go to our website and you can pay your dues. Right now, if you go on our website and pay your dues, they're $43. If you technically paid Mike tonight, they would be $65. So if you have not paid your dues and you want to go to our website and pay them, you can pay PayPal or pay with a credit card. You can pay them for $43 until I find time to go in and adjust it to what it should be. So it'll give you a little bit of a discount if you go pay it now. So that's kind of me encouraging you returnees to go pay your dues and save $25. At some point, probably tomorrow, it'll actually have the regular due fee plus the late fee that was supposed to be added already. So get that done. And TASO state dues. This is for everybody. If you're a new person or if you're not a new person, you need to go pay your TASO dues. Jeff has a list with him of, I think we have 34 people that have paid TASO state dues, and we have 32 people that paid them last year that have not paid them yet. So you have to pay TASO state dues to be an umpire. If you don't pay, go online to taso.org. Click on the member services link. If you don't pay those dues, there's nothing we can do. That's something you have to do on your own. Local dues are something we can work with you with because we control that at the chapter level. If you don't pay your state dues, you don't have access to the test. If you don't take the test, you can't umpire on the field. And the test is not hard. We can help you with the test. That's not an issue, but you have to pay your dues for us to be able to help you. You also don't have access to You won't have access to the state meeting or the clinic. And what that clinic does is the clinic makes you eligible to umpire playoff games. But I would encourage everyone to do the clinic, because there's really some great information, training stuff involved in the clinic about rules and stuff. And also, it gives you the opportunity to work playoff games. And even if you're a new person, there's a chance you could actually work playoff games. The first couple of weeks of playoffs, we have so many games, we're sometimes trying to find people to work games. A couple years ago, I worked the second round playoff series with a rookie, and the coach didn't want any part of me working the plate. He only wanted the rookie guy on the plate. So you do a good job in your first season, you're going to have a chance to go places and do things. But you have to pay those Tasso dues. If you're a first-year Tasso baseball member, there is a little bit of a discount in there in the dues when you pay it. But when you pay that due, on the Tasso website, you don't have to pay any more money. Used to, you had to pay for the state meeting or pay for your rules clinic. Now, when you pay those dues, it covered the rules clinic. Actually, this year, you could have taken the rules clinic on Saturday without paying your dues because they didn't really know. But now, to go in and take the recorded version, if you didn't take it Saturday, you would have to pay your dues to do that because you won't have access to it. And if you haven't taken it, access will be available to that, hopefully within the next 10 days or so. But yeah, that, like I said, if you would do that, a lot of you new guys have done that. And if you're new and you have done that, I'll get you added to Arbiter within the next couple days. And you'll get an email that'll come from Arbiter Sports. Just follow the instructions. If you have any questions, give me a holler. Do y'all have anybody have any questions about anything for me or for Ron or for Jeff? Anything? I know there's a bunch of stuff. Y'all just want to go watch a football game? I get it. Nobody's asked about it yet, but the masks, we don't know for sure. It's a school-by-school basis. In college baseball, they're acting like when we umpire the plate, we're going to have to wear them. On the bases, we won't. But in high school baseball, if it's like football, it's going to kind of be a personal preference kind of thing. But we'll learn more about that. One thing, just so you know, if you do wear a mask on a baseball field, it has to be basically solid black. So that's a UIL and Tasso rule. So you can't, like, if you go to Buc-ee's and bought like the mask where your face looks like Bucky, that won't work on the baseball field. Or your nice flannel-looking mask here, sir, you wouldn't be able to wear that on the baseball field. They want them to be solid black with no logos. If it's got a brand logo, we're not going to be the logo police, but just they want solid black. So, well, I thank you all for coming. If I can do anything for you, if you have any questions, let me know. And don't roll Tide. We want the Buckeyes to win tonight. So thank you, guys. If you have any questions, I'll hang around. Jeff's. Yeah, so we'll take care of that, and we'll help you with that. We'll have a laptop set up. And if anybody needs my help with anything tonight, computer-wise, I've got my computer here. So that's all you got. Thank you, guys. Y'all have a good week.